Hey guys, it's Christina and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my first monthly report card, and I'm going to talk a little bit about where my heart lies when it comes to giving and tithing, and because I am a follower of Dave Ramsey, but I wanted to talk to you about my personal beliefs for different things. So welcome to my first monthly spending report card. Okay, so first off, I could get started with my viewpoints on giving and tithing. So I don't tithe because I do not belong to a church. And so what I'm gathering from different groups and such is that tithing is you give 10% of what you bring home to the church that you belong to. Sorry, I just ate something, so that's what I'm doing over here. So you give 10% to a church that you belong to. I don't really belong to a church, and so that is part of why I don't do it. In addition, it's tough enough. There are commitments that I made prior to following Dave Ramsey, so my budget already is pretty tight, so there's no way I can give away 10% of my income. Even despite the fact that I've cut things out, that's just not an option for me. However, I have, he's spoken to me about giving, and by he's spoken to me, we didn't have a conversation. I'm just absorbing all of the advice he's been giving and the stories that I've heard about people giving, and it has been inspiring. So I've tried to work in giving more regularly into my budget. So this month, what I had to budget, and it wasn't a lot, it was barely a percentage of what I made, but I had $30 additional to give. I'll never see it buy. So the first thing I had set aside to do a donation to my local food bank, but something happened when I was in line at Stop and Shop. There was this adorable old man in front of me, and he was so cute. He said go ahead and told me to go in front of him because I only had a couple of items, and I was like, are you sure? And he said, yeah, I'm not going anywhere. So a little voice in my head started telling me help this man, because he's elderly, and sometimes elderly are on assistance, and times are really tough. And so I kept thinking about it and thinking about it. And the last time I thought about it and thought about it and thought about it, I did not give, and I regretted it immediately. And I did not want to feel that again. So I knew I couldn't cover his entire purchase because he had, I think diapers or, something. It was expensive, and I knew that wasn't in my budget. But I knew that I had set aside some money. So I decided to withdraw with my purchase. I withdrew $10, and I told the cashier, hey, can you please give this $10, put this $10 towards the guy behind me's purchase. And I was so embarrassed. And I don't know why I was embarrassed, but I just wanted to more be anonymous. I didn't want him to hear me. I didn't want to make a big deal. I also might have been a little embarrassed because it was only $10. And why was I donating to him just because he let me cut in front of him? But I don't know, just something told me to do this. So I did, and I was so sweaty, so hot. I couldn't wait to get out of there. I raced out of there pretty much. And when I got to the car, I was like, oh my God. But I felt really good that I did it. And so that was part of what I gave this month. And again, that was only $10, but it was a really feel-good purchase for me. I've been really liking the giving. Next, I got an email from a former student, and she was doing this dance-a-thon at her college, and she was a really good girl. I wanted to support her, and I knew I had the money. So I, again, donated $10. And, people might see this and say, oh, $10, people donate $25 and $50. And that's great, but that's just not what I had available. And I didn't really feel ashamed of only giving $10. Even though it would be my name that popped up and only $10, I really didn't care because I don't have to give anything. So I was happy to offer that. And then lastly, something happened in the town where I live where a lot of cars were damaged. People went by and did a BB gun through their window. Emmett, get down. Get down. Emmett always tries to get in my videos, as you guys probably know by now if you've been following me. So anyway, there were some kids that, not kids, a 17 and I think an 18-year-old, they went by and shot out some windows to cars in different neighborhoods. And one kid that helped assist with finding the people that did the damage didn't have the money for his deductible. And so he did a GoFundMe, and I again donated $10 to that cause. And that was near and dear to me, 1, because it was my town, 2, because the person did the right thing, and 3, because my brother's car was actually one of the cars that was not targeted, but involved in all of it. So I felt sympathetic to that cause, and so my heart spoke to me, and I decided to do that. So my giving for the month was only $30. Okay, so now for what I have left over from the month. That's kind of how I'm gonna do it. So in which categories I have money left over, and in which categories I went over, and what that leaves me with at the end to put towards my debt snowball to my lowest debt. So in my auto gas category, I was under by $5. In my grocery category, I was under by $16. In my pet category, I was down $12. My clothing category, I was down $22. In my stationery category, I was over by $2. In my home category, I was below by $21. Usually my home category is only $20 budget to begin with, but last month I rolled it over because I thought I could make a larger purchase if I needed something. I ended up really not needing much for the past 2 months for my home. Like, that counts for paper towels, something to make my house more efficient, Swiffer pads, different things like that. So yeah, I was below by $21 for this month. My personal care category is what got me, and I'm gonna be doing a separate video on like how this happened and what happened with that. But I was over by $50, which is pretty exceptional, and that was rare, and again, that'll be in a different video. And lastly, I was below by $5 in my doctor copay category this month. So that was for a grand total, if you add and subtract, I'm left over with $29 to put towards my debt snowball, which is like low, but I really don't mind that it's low. I mean, I'm excited to be on this program. I'm excited to get rid of my debt. I'm excited to live a cash lifestyle and to depend solely on myself and my income. However, I'm gonna be on this road for a while, and I definitely am not gonna ignore my sinking funds, and I'm not gonna ignore my personal hygiene, and I'm not gonna ignore my home, or else then the maintenance of it will go down, and you know, I don't want any of that. So I'm doing the best I can with what I'm bringing in, and so $29 is not a lot, because I'm on this Facebook group. People are putting thousands, and that is so awesome, but that's just not in the cards for me. So $29 will be added to my lowest debt snowball, and I know it's small, but I am excited about it because I'm so grateful that I know where my money is going. I know where it went all month because I told it where to go all month, and I've just really been having a good time with the Every Dollar app. That's what I track everything with, and with the Dave Ramsey program. Of course, I've been tweaking it to fit my needs, but I'm very satisfied. I feel so good about everything, and I'll talk to you in another video about how this has changed my life, specifically in my habits when I'm out and about in real life, other than like in my house and doing groceries. So thank you again for watching. I have an idea for an upcoming video. I would like to do a how I'm going to spend my tax returns video. And I'm curious about if you guys are interested in seeing something like that. So please leave me a comment below. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel, and I think you might like these videos. Leave me a comment below. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.